What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today is January the 22nd. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and what big money is focusing on today. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So today is the big day for data. So we have GDP, PCE, and initial jobless claims. Initial jobless claims came in at 200,000, forecast of 195, so that wasn't all that great. But GDP, surprisingly enough, did come in at 4.4 versus a forecast of 4.3. PCE is coming shortly after the bell, so this is overall pretty good stuff so far. Generally, the market was already optimistic prior to this, though, because of how Greenland kind of played out, how that scenario, which yesterday, coming from an investor standpoint, was very frustrating because we did have euphoria, complete breakdown, and then back to euphoria. But I guess at the end of the day, the states got what they want and they didn't have to pay pretty much anything. So I think that's kind of a win-win, and the EU is considering it a win-win. So everyone is happy, so that's kind of the moral of the story for that. Looking at the futures, so Dow is up 0.39, S&P 0.65, NASDAQ up 0.97. So things are looking pretty a-okay. Fear and greed index is under the neutral category, meaning people's appetite for risk is improving. Obviously it went from greed to neutral, but it seems to be stabilizing under the neutral. Getting right to it, SOFI is in the green. No news, no SEC filings at all from them. As far as shorts, they are currently returning 532,000 shares during the pre-market, which is always a positive thing, good sign. 9.33% of the free float's being shorted. Right now with that 26.04, it is trading between this pivot and this S1, so 25.92, 26.46 is going to be the next strong support and target. So for those of you that are day traders or whatever else, just kind of take a mental note of some of these. Aside from that, NIO is slowly creeping up. Nothing really significant coming out associated to the company, just a lot of macro stuff and its technicals. That's kind of what's really moving NIO, but it is up slightly during the early morning. Shorts on the flip side are increasing about 91,000 shares. 8.21% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 167.23 million shares overall being shorted. A couple levels to watch for today with it at 470. You want to watch for it to ideally get above that 480 today. Then you'll see, most likely, if so, a retest of that 521. But for today, just watch for 480. Flip side, if things really do break down, which I don't anticipate to happen, but obviously market is extremely unpredictable right now. All it takes is one tweet and we just get crazy fearful. 455 is going to be the next strong support. But moving on, ticker is SXTP. It is getting a lot of volume over the last 1 year, down 88.21%, so not the greatest. This is the most heavily traded stock so far during the pre-market. 2.12 million is that market cap, and the reason why they are moving higher is because of this. So biotechs aren't really my forte, so I'll leave this up here, so feel free to pause it and go through it if that's your thing. Right now, shorts aren't doing anything. 4.87% of the free float is being shorted. Works to be 44,000 shares. So shorts aren't going to be that big of a deal. Right now with that 490 and change, it is trading between this R3 and this R2. So 443 and then 545 is going to be the next strong support and also the target. In my opinion, this news that did come out was good, but not really justifying of this level. So we might be seeing a little bit of a consolidation back to this 443 sometime today, but at the same time, this is very heavily traded, so I wouldn't be surprised if we hit both today, this R3 and this R2. So this will be a good day trade for those of you that want to day trade. Intel, nothing really significant coming out about it, but they do have their earnings after hours today. So this week, the two big earnings was going to be Netflix and also Intel. So that's going to be coming out shortly, right after the bell. And so I think maybe last minute fears or whatever. So Intel is down 1.03%. Shorts aren't doing really anything. 2.7% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 137 million shares overall being shorted. So nothing really significant if you ask me. With it right now at 53.74, it is right below this R3. So 53.57 is going to be that next strong kind of pivot point. And if so, if it's able to get above that, then you could see a move to $60. So Intel might be one to really watch. Aside from that, ticker is ROLR, so High Roller Technologies. This stock is very interesting, and one thing I really do like, completely unrelated to kind of today's day-to-day, I like the psychology behind investing as well, because sometimes when a stock does issue, obviously stock like dilutes and does an issuance, typically the stock price goes down, but it is largely dependent on what they choose for a share price. So for instance, after hours yesterday, this stock, which right now has a 66.96 million market cap, did dilute or do an issuance of 25 million. So typically that would cause the stock price to go down quite considerably. But their offering price is $13.21. Given the fact that they are at $7.88 and change, market is seeing this as a positive. So that's definitely interesting stuff. So you don't see this happening all too often. And maybe some of the companies can learn a thing or two, because normally what happens is a stock gains a little bit of momentum and then they dilute time and time again. But they usually lowball themselves and give like a low share price exchange, and that usually causes the stock price to sell off. So this stock definitely learned a thing or two. Shorts are increasing about 11,000 shares. 8.04% of the free float is being shorted, works to be 180,000 shares overall being shorted. Right now, with it at $10, it's above all the key fib levels. So just watch for 9.17 to hold, to be a support level, and then 14.92 to be the next strong target / resistance. So let me know your thoughts on these stocks. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon if you're looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto. Put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades. Worthwhile to pop over there and check that out. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.